And we're back with more of a game that hopefully you have seen some of because this is like episode 26 or something. So if you don't know anything, just go in for the ride. SJ, tell us about it.
This is Kids on Brooms. It's a spinoff of Kids on Bikes. Think Harry Potter, except not that IP. It's all made up stuff. I'm SJ, or SJ underscore sidekick. I run the game. Right now, it's the night of the blood moon. Fun stuff. Why don't we check in where our characters are at, starting with Kels, as usual.
Yes, I'm Misha, or Misha underscore 3 here on Twitch. I'm playing Kels. She's the reluctant oracle trope. Her mom's trying to make her the extra reluctant oracle because she keeps trying to confiscate all of her visions of horrible things happening over the blood moon. But listen, they're probably going to happen, and not where they are, which is Kels' parents' place in Chicago, where she's spending a cool weekend with Gustav, checking out local Chicago fun things, and doing homework and planning what we're going to pack when we go back to school and stuff like that. It's really exciting. Did have to send a vision of like a blood cultist escaping with Professor Levi, but that's fine. They're on top of it. How's it going for Aspen?
It's going great for Aspen. Definitely. She's the haughty descendant trope. Got all the ladies to her house, and then knocked the lights out of one, and then they had to go back home. But, she had 3 ladies in her room, so it's going great for that aspect. But now she's kind of restricted to the house because she wouldn't leave her sister alone. It's fine. Definitely not thinking that her sister's new friend, air quotes, friend, is a blood cultist that is now secretly plotting to somehow turn them into blood cults during this blood moon and take them over. That's normal stuff, right? Probably, I don't know. But if that does happen, then he's cool, kind of, be like a cool older brother, even though Aspen has 2 other older brothers. But yeah, that's how Aspen's doing at the current moment in time. Probably lost all chances with Emmy, and now Emmy and Ophelia will become one, and then Gustav and Aspen will be all alone again. Gustav.
I'm Twi'lek, and I'm playing Gustav. If you were a blood cultist, the best place to get blood would be a magical creature sanctuary, because they have an awful lot of magic in their blood. Just putting that out there. But I think that the blood cultist, who had a shaved head, looks suspiciously similar to Kels' mum if she shaved her head. Anyway, I'm at Kels' house for a sleepover, and I'm an innocent little bab who nothing bad will happen to. 0.
Okay, so, Kel's mom is something. I'm not sure what it is. Part troll, not sure. But she's definitely got something going on. Maybe blood cultist. And yes, I like the idea of blood cultists attacking everywhere but the school, because the one place where people are prepared. So Phineas is right now in the panic room, locked in with guards and stuff, with Tim and Calder. So we are set and prepared for imminent siege. And I would love it if nothing happened to us. Like cultists just attacked everywhere else. That would be cool. Or if they just don't attack at all, that'd be awesome too. And no, it hasn't dawned on Phineas that everyone abandoned him. Although Tim did try to insinuate that. Phineas thinks too highly of all of his friends to realize that they were all just like, it's probably fine. It's not like people have tried to kill him before. We'll just leave them to their own devices.
We're actually worried about 2K, Phineas, and so if you could just protect 2K, that'd be great.
Yeah, we're gonna go back. We're gonna go away where it's safe. and punch other children.
And you should protect 2K. It's
Yes,
fine.
by yourself. It's fine.
Yeah.
He hasn't clued in that people have left him to die multiple times. He has clued in
Listen.
that Aspen froze him solid for the lulls in the middle of the Forbidden Forest for no reason. He does remember that.
But wouldn't freeze Gustav for the lulls.
I know. And he was on fire. I wouldn't freeze you to save your life, but I would do it for the lulls and put everyone else in danger in the process. Okay, that makes sense.
To be fair, at least though, when she froze you, it was, out of reaction of thinking, okay, maybe this is another monster or creature attacking us.
Yeah, no, it wasn't.
But not.
She was showing off.
Saving Gustav was just a bad judgment call.
We all know. We all know. It was just showing off. It's fine. It's fine. All of which is to say, Phineas is the best of these children, by far.
Oh, sorry, I missed your usual spiel here. That's true.
I just have to remind people. I mean, look, anyone watching is going to figure it out sooner or later. I just want to set expectations that Phineas is the good one.
Yeah. Well, Phineas is locked in a room right now with 2K and Tim. Kels, you're at your parents' house with Gustav. And Aspen, you are at the sanctuary by yourself with your family and your sister's boyfriend. Because your friends had to leave after you punched one of them. So that's where everyone's at now that the night has fallen. Kels, what are you and Gustav doing? Are you guys staying up? Are you guys going to bed? What are you doing?
I mean, while it is a school night, says Kels, I assume that maybe, though, we'd probably be like, can we stay up to watch movies? And then it's what my mom tells me to do, which is probably go to bed. Unless it's like, let us all watch movies. I don't know where she's at.
We'll say, because the blood moon goes deep into the morning. So while you guys need to be back on Monday, you probably wouldn't have classes because it goes until almost 8 in the morning.
Then let's stay up and watch movies and things, sleepover things,
Oh, what movie are you guys gonna watch? What genre, at least?
Probably.
And are you trying to check in on anybody? Or are you guys just chilling, doing your own thing?
We are chilling, doing our own thing. This is the time where I roll to see if I remembered to exchange numbers with Aspen. Oh, 19. Looks like I did.
Nice.
All right. That's a cool roll for that. I don't
So
know.
Aspen could also call you.
Yes. We exchange numbers. I guess I could have told Phineas too, but he'd have to go to the school phone.
Yeah. Aspen, what are you doing with your night alone?
Observing the blood moon out the window while doing homework.
Well, it's not going to start until like 4 a.m. almost.
Staying up to wait till the blood moon arrives and doing homework.
Okay. So you're not going to call Kels and Gustav and be like, hey, I punched your love interest.
I was just thinking about it. Probably will sneak down to use the orb, the crystal ball.
Okay.
Tells.
2 a.m. confession.
Yeah.
Cool. So you call the Michael's residence at what time in the night?
2 a.m.
Perfect. Miss Michaels answers. Actually, Kels, when you hear the phone ringing this late, are you rushing to the phone?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think so.
Give me a flight roll.
'Cause this seems like a time that Aspen would call. You can do it, little die. A 1. I'm too cozied up in blankets from watching this movie. There's popcorn bowls. You set it aside.
So your mom answers the phone. And she's like, Aspen, why are you calling at 2 a.m? Is it an emergency?
Sort of. I kind of knocked out Gustav's potential lover, so I just wanted to confess that. Also, I need help with this potions homework. Kels is super smart, so I was wondering if she could help me with question number 17 and 18 and 19.
Oh, Mom, is that Aspen on the phone? Can I talk to her? The movie
Yes, your friend Aspen apparently punched somebody and knocked them out and wants to use you for homework answers.
We usually double check the homework answers. And she not... Wait, what? Wait, hold on.
She covers the ball for a second and she's like, this is why. And then hands you the phone. And goes back upstairs.
Right.
Numbers 28 and 29. And, oh, hi, Kels.
Oh, hey, you punched somebody?
Yeah, so I had Emmy, Ophelia, and Liv over. Great.
Yeah, they're over there, right? Because you took all 3 of them over to your house and they're there?
Not anymore. Their parents took them home. Oh, well, no, my parents took them home. I think, where they arranged to meet up. They're probably back at their own homes, hopefully. But I kind of knocked out Ophelia.
One sec. Hey, Gustav, come in. Aspen's on the line.
You can take the ball up to your room if you want.
Cool. I mean, sure, wherever he is. I guess we're downstairs, but
yeah, that works too.
It's 2 a.m. What are you doing up?
I was doing homework. Kind of blacked out for a minute, but then I'm back awake and just got a couple more questions to go. 30.
Oh. Well, Aspen, I'm proud you're doing homework, but you don't need to phone me to tell me that.
I wanted to phone you to tell you that I punched Ophelia's lights out.
You what?
But why, Aspen? Why did you do that?
Because they scared me and my gut reaction was to punch. And I guess I hit harder than I should have, or, I was very scared-ish.
Which hospital is she in?
Her home.
Her home? You knocked someone out, and you didn't check for brain bleeding?
No.
Oh, did this just happen?
No, it happened last night.
Oh. And so you thought to call us now?
Yeah. The guilt was eating away at me so much.
Oh, okay. So she scared you?
Yeah, we watched a super scary movie, and then we decided to hang out in the tent overnight. So we were in a dark enclosed space, and I don't do well with dark enclosed spaces. So I guess that added to the terrifyingness. And then I thought I saw a werewolf, but Emmy was like, no, it's not a full moon, but it's like something came out, and then we're going out of the tent, and then boom, something grabs me, and I punch. And then turns out it's Ophelia.
Kels, give me a grit roll.
Cool. Riveting story, 7.
Okay, give me a brains roll.
19. But
Nice.
one more makes it 20, right? Or does that not matter?
Not really. I'll probably give you the same one either way, to be honest.
All right, then I won't do anything else.
A vision of Ophelia's deathbed.
Oh no.
I just imagine that I just pull out a sheet of paper and put it on top of the crystal ball. Ew. It's blood tentacles on a blood. Maybe, yeah. Part of me is wondering if I can piece together an entire person from all the different blood cultist bits I see. If we can just kind of assemble one giant bad blood cultist.
Yeah, a Voltron blood cultist.
Voltron blood cultist. This one is right arm's tentacles, left arm claw marks and stuff. So anyway, yes, it's another blood cultist doing blood cultist things. That's what this one is. And I just kind of look at it and are like, okay, anyway, you apologized, right? You didn't mean to.
I think I apologize. No, I did not mean to.
Well,
Just kind of happened.
make sure you apologize. And maybe don't watch scary movies, which is, to be honest, one of my number one policies. We don't need any more scary movie energy, really. A lot of stuff has already happened. Why do we need to have to be scared by scary movies in the dark?
You're the person who has to tell Phineas that Carrie is off the menu.
Yeah, it's all right. As long as we all keep, like, voting for not that movie, it'll be fine. Or you can do it when I have to miss movie club or something.
Aspen,
Anyway,
I know you were surprised, but punching Ophelia really wasn't okay.
I know that. In my heart, I know it was wrong.
I end the call.
wait, she was asking for help on the potions homework. Should I call her back?
If you want to for kills, then that's your decision. I'm going to bed.
All right, good night. I'll wait till Gustav leaves and I'll call Aspen back.
Phineas, what are you guys doing in your locked room?
Well, so there's 2 types of cat's cradle we could try. So there's the one with string, which is cradle. So there's the one with string that, in theory, if you weave a complex enough pattern between the 3 of us, anyone who is attempting to scry upon us or influence us will get trapped in the weft and the woof, and their magic will dissipate. Or we can try the one where we take someone and put them in a sack and hang them from the ceiling and spin them around until they're disoriented. I didn't bring a winch or a pulley or a sack or a rope. So maybe we do the first one.
Oh, the first one? Yeah.
It's fun too.
Is
You can make cute
is
patterns.
Phineas planning on going to bed tonight? Or are you going to stay up? Try to stay up?
I think Phineas is anticipating attackers with murderous intent, and suggests that we all keep the wands at the ready.
Can we do like shifts?
But if one person falls asleep, like if we do the whole like one person stays awake and that person falls asleep and then we're all asleep and then we're all taken advantage of and hauled out in bags into the Forbidden Forest and never seen again.
Okay, well, what if one person sleeps and then 2 people are awake?
Well, then that one person is going to be the person who dies because their reaction time is slow because they were asleep.
But won't your reaction time be slow because you're so tired and exhausted?
I don't know. The fear of imminent death by magical torture tends to keep me rather perky. That's why I don't really sleep much. Most of the time at night, I just kind of lie in my bed.
Well, when you see death daily, I think you start to become a little desensitized to that.
Yes, but it's not your death. What if it's your death? You probably would be motivated to avoid it.
I guess. That just seems like if it's going to happen, it's going to happen.
Well, I think you're each their own. Everyone can make their own good decisions. But anyway, it's hours before we have to succumb to fatigue and make ourselves vulnerable for those who are lying in wait. For now, Cat's Cradle. Sorry, Witch's Cradle. You know what I'm saying? It's like Cat's Cradle, but different. But for witches.
Well, if that's the case, we could sleep now and then wake up and stay awake.
You can do whatever you want. We will watch over you if you want to sleep. We may have to draw a mustache on your face. Because it's a slumber party, and that's what you do at slumber parties.
I don't know if this qualifies as a slumber party, per se.
Well, close enough. I think Gustav was telling me something about a bowl of warm water that you put someone's hand in to make them pee. You could do that. I don't have a bowl or warm water.
You really want pee in here?
I mean, not particularly.
Yeah, it would just make the place smell like pee. Not a good, like, yeah, cool, fun. You pranked the other person, but you kind of got yourself too.
That's a good point. Also, I don't want to make people pee. I sometimes accidentally make people pee when I leap out of the shadows at them. It's a hard habit to break.
Kels, do you take the crystal ball upstairs to talk with Aspen since Kristoff wants to sleep?
Yeah.
Still sleep on the couch. Perfect, because your dad comes downstairs. Hey, Gustav.
Oh, hello, Mr. Michaels.
How's it going? You going to bed?
Yes, sir. It was a good
Good.
film. I'm just tired now.
Yeah. No, that's good. You're going to stay down here, right?
Oh, sure.
Good. So you like Kels, huh, friend?
Oh, yes, sir. Kels is my best friend. We were at summer camp together, you know? And she was ever so kind, looking out for me all the time.
Right, so you're close.
Oh, yes, sir.
One could say more than friends.
Yeah, really, really good friends.
Mm-hmm. And do you have any intent of taking it further than that?
You mean like when we grow up and we've all done university together, we could be flatmates?
That too.
Oh, that would be really neat.
Mm-hmm. Well, you would have to study pretty hard.
Oh, yes, well, I
If you
tried.
guys want to go to the same school.
Transfiguration is pretty hard, but I'm good at dark arts defense.
Good, because I mean, you'll need it if you do anything to my daughter that's untoward. Just so we're clear, Gustav.
Oh, yes, sir. I understand.
Have you ever heard the phrase, whatever you do to her, I'll do to you?
This is the very first time I've ever heard that phrase, but it seems pretty self-explanatory.
Yeah, well, I don't choose to do that, but let's just say whatever you do to her, you will receive something far worse in return.
Yes, Mr. Michaels.
But you don't have to worry about that because you're not gonna do anything to hurt my daughter, right?
No, Mr. Michaels.
And you know better than to drag her into dangerous situations.
Yes, Mr. Michaels.
Good. I'm glad we're clear on that. And he gives you a nice little clap on the back. Good night, Gustav.
I sort of take a step forwards to brace from this clap and then sort of say, good night, Mr. Michaels.
Kells, give me I don't know, brains roll? Sure, give me a brains roll.
That's a 9.
Okay, well you can at least hear your dad and Gustav talking downstairs while you're talking to Aspen. Do you choose to listen in on the conversation, or are you just going to keep talking with Aspen?
No, I'm just going to keep talking with Aspen. I'm
Okay.
sure they're just talking about the movie.
Yeah.
I live in a better world this way.
Sure. Aspen, how's your homework going?
It's going okay. I think I got numbers 17 and 25 and 32 good. Just need 18, 16, and 54 to go.
What did you get for 54? Because that one's based on the answers from like 5 previous questions. So if you didn't get 18 right, that one's not going to be right.
I got 3 mushrooms, 2 nude size, and 1 buttercup.
Oh, no, not buttercup. It's a different flower. Think harder.
Oh boy. Hydrangea.
But it's still yellow.
Sunflower.
Yeah. So sunflower, and that means the transitive property applies for number 54.
Ah, I see.
Yeah, see, he did like 3 separate chains, but he didn't really call it out.
Makes sense. Makes notes.
Yeah. It kind of connects the whole thing together.
That's cool.
So, you've been doing okay this weekend?
Yeah.
Like, I guess they went home right away. It's just been you and your fam, right?
Yeah, I've been keeping an eye on my sister's friend. No. This guy, this 4th-year guy in Calatog. He looks kind of suspicious, though. But, he seems okay. But gave him a good talking to. Like, if you have any naughty thoughts, I'll be coming for you.
Somehow that's more threatening given the fact that you punched out one of your friends.
Yeah. I guess. But he's
you
super
have any
strong
naughty
too.
thoughts?
So tomorrow morning, I guess later today, because it's 2 a.m., I'm gonna ask him to an arm wrestling thing. And if I beat him, I'll know who's superior.
I mean, I guess. I wonder if Officer Duro had a good idea having you dual fourth year or not. I think I might be putting some ideas in your head about how the situation works.
Brody is a third year though.
Oh, sorry. Completely different. My bad.
Just a little bit different.
Just a little bit. So you arm wrestle the fourth year. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, best of luck with that.
And I mean,
I think you're good for the homework then?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, if I get good in with my sister's friend
Sure.
and Jor, I'll have a inside man in the fourth year, the older years. So nobody's gonna
also
mess
your
with us.
sister's a fourth year.
This is true. This is very true. I'll just have an army of fourth years by the end of this year,
Okay, well,
Just in time for them to graduate.
Yeah, I was about to say, but they'll graduate though by the end of this year.
And then I'll be alone again. But with
You'll
you.
have us, yeah, probably.
Maybe then I can get an army of first years.
Would they be effective?
Probably not.
Probably not, because I don't think we're particularly effective as far as helpful things go. But that's neither here nor there. Anyway, it's getting pretty late, and I think you got the homework set.
Yeah, I think it's good.
All right. Well, I guess call if anything weird happens.
Will do.
All right.
See ya.
Well, end call, and it's like hang
Crit
up.
roll?
And it's like what? Oh, cool. 7.
Give me brains roll.
20. Cool. It's someone doing cat's cradle things with red thread. I say, well, that's not as spooky. And then I'll go downstairs. I will turn on the light on my wand because I don't like the dark. I'll try to be quiet as I drop off the crystal ball back downstairs before heading back upstairs.
Cool. Are you going to stay up for the blood moon?
Kel's earlier in the night probably was all like, yeah, I'm definitely going to stay up for the blood moon. And Kel's at slightly after 2 a.m. is like, I'm super tired. I should have napped beforehand if that was my plan. So probably going to fall asleep is what's going to happen here.
Fair enough. Give me a grit roll.
2.
Yeah, you're falling asleep.
Yeah.
Cool. Phineas, give me a grit roll.
7.
Okay, you're eventually going to end up falling asleep. Probably closer to like 4 a.m.-ish.
Well,
Aspen, you saying?
if I start
what's
falling
that?
asleep before Calder falls asleep, I'm sure he will poke me awake.
Oh, I guess I should.
And if I see him falling asleep, I will poke him awake.
2K is on the specific instructions
Okay, fair
to drop.
Well, Tim has fallen asleep.
Yeah.
Aspen, you said you're staying awake for the blood moon?
Yep.
You hear, as it starts to get closer to 4 a.m., window opening, some shuffling.
I send Sap outside to go look.
He tells you your sister and her friend are going up to the roof.
Suspicious. I will go to the other side to get onto the roof on the other side and be like peeky.
Give me a fight roll. We'll say difficulty 10. And that's the 1, get up there without falling, but 2, to do so discreetly. So if you fail it, you'll probably get up there, but they'll probably notice you. If you fail it more than 5, you're falling off the roof. What'd you get?
Natural 1 plus 1 is 2. Equals window.
Are you sure you don't want to use our one boon to not fall off a roof?
I would like to use the one boon to not fall off the roof.
Yeah,
Fair enough.
That seems good. That seems good.
Come on, die. Oh, look. It's better. Can I use 5 adversity tokens to bring that to an 11?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's enough.
Okay. You successfully get up onto the roof, or at least close to it, to where you can kind of stand on a ledge and peek over to spy on them. They've brought blankets to sit on, and it seems like they're just sitting there watching, waiting for the blood moon. At least for now.
And I'm just hanging out there watching them. But sneaky. Ninja mode.
Hells, give me a brains roll.
13.
Okay. You wake up temporarily from your sleep, have a vision, draw it.
It's a blood snake. It's a snake. It's red, has red patterning with white. It's alternate color. 3 coils. That's cool. What time is it?
Almost time for the blood moon by now, so it would be like just after 4 a.m.
Well, as long as I'm up.
You gonna get Gustav, or are you just gonna watch
Yeah,
yourself?
I mean, sure. Yeah, I'll go get Gustav. Go downstairs. Poke him with my wand that's lit.
Kills.
Hey, it's almost time for the blood moon. Had a weird vision of a snake. It's probably blood moon related, but it is a total lunar eclipse, which is pretty cool. Do you want to go look at it?
Sure, but not in your room. Maybe
No, we can just
go outside.
Yeah, we can just go outside.
You know the next blood moon isn't until like 2025, so
Yeah.
So we head into Kels's mom's garden, or Kels's dad's garden, or possibly both of their gardens.
Probably her dad's. I'm just guessing. Just
Sure.
head out.
Give me a flight roll.
To head out loudly and noisily. I'm sorry, 3.
Yes.
Because I'm
Your dad, of course, being a personal or private investigator and former police, has alarms on the house, which you trigger
Oops, I forgot
for something in the morning.
about the security system.
So the alarm starts blaring, which you quickly, you know the codes. You're able to like quickly go in. It's a NIMP security system that he has, obviously, and put in the code to turn it off. But of course, you've woken them both up now.
I should have brought my earmuffs.
Well, it probably would have helped your ears.
So your mom gets up, dad gets up, starts coming downstairs. Your dad's holding a baseball bat. What's going on?
Oh, I woke up. So I thought we'd go out and look at the eclipse. I forgot about the security system.
Your mom's just like, watch it from. Why don't you watch it from inside?
Okay. There's not
You'd be out there in full
windows for
moons.
that.
Your dad, meanwhile, is like, oh, security system works.
All right, well, it's good to watch it from my room, I say.
Your dad points the bat with the door open and lights on.
Yeah, okay.
As we head upstairs, I scurry very wildly around Kel's dad.
Let's give me a charm roll.
6.
You at least notice Gustav's acting kind of weird around your parents, but yeah, that could be just
It
Gustav
could
being
just be
Gustav.
good stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. Phineas, give me a brain or grit roll.
Yeah. 16. Grit.
Okay. You start having a vision.
It is Tim doing this in his sleep?
Yeah, just put you
Oh,
in
he's
the
chasing
sleep.
bunnies.
So you see some familiar faces around you. It's nighttime. Look up, you see the blood moon, but you could see as the person's looking at the blood moon that it's almost done.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a barrier with people on their side, like Professor Ames is there, Professor Levi is there. There's some people that you don't recognize, and like the security guard is there. They are trying to hold up this barrier. Professor Levi is chanting something out of a book towards this barrier while everyone else seems to be reinforcing it. And on the other side are blood mages wearing the blood cultist masks. They are struggling to get past the barrier when a bunch of other blood mages walk up, and one in particular who is not wearing a mask walks up, who appears to be far stronger than the rest of them, starts opening a small hole into the barrier to where they are able to cut into one of the people that you don't recognize. And from your point of view, you're reinforcing the barrier, but you look over towards that person, see them kind of slashed to heck, but then they get up and are kind of twitching and then don't really look like themselves anymore. So you stop reinforcing the barrier to stop them from hitting other people, and they're doing weird things like basically slashing themselves more, providing more blood as blood comes out of their body. You neutralize the threat, but then feel a sharp pain on your neck. And you go grab it, pull it off, and it is a red snake that then just kind of melts into blood. And immediately your vision starts to kind of get warped. You see some of the others notice, but Professor Ames yells at them to know we need to focus on reinforcing the barrier. So as you crumple to the ground, everyone is still focused on the barrier. And you grab your wand and also from the ground try to reinforce the barrier. Do it for a little bit, but then you lose consciousness and then you out of the vision.
I think I would like to wake Tim and Calder up if they're sleeping.
Calder's still awake. Tim is definitely kind of wakes up with a start as you come out of the vision.
So, not to worry anyone, but seems like there might be a bit of a blood cult incursion happening as we speak.
Yeah, or it's about to happen.
So the good news is it wasn't happening right outside our door. Bad news is all the people who are supposed to be guarding right outside our door were in the vision. I assume the people that we didn't recognize were probably the Spinet members. Yeah. So. Suggestions?
I don't know. I don't know what we're supposed to do in this situation. Do we warn them?
We never had visions of the past, right?
Not to my knowledge.
Cool, stay here. Because we can open the
Okay.
door from the inside. I assume when we shut it, it locks itself again, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I will poke my head out. There should be someone watching. If there isn't, it means they've probably already been called away.
Yeah, there's no one outside the door.
Poe, would you be a dear and go find Professor Ames or really anyone and let them know if they're not currently battling a bunch of blood mages that they're going to be, and that it will appear that everything is fine, and then another group of blood mages who aren't wearing masks are going to show up, and one of them is real powerful. So they should be prepared for that. Think you can do that?
Are you giving a note to Poe
Poe's a crow.
to deliver?
He's a raven.
Yeah,
Corvids can talk.
That-
Sort of.
that's a lot.
I mean, for Poe, come, blood mage, come, blah, blah. Right. I mean, it's not like he's super articulate. Even
Okay.
Maggie could probably do that with appropriate training. If she was, in fact, a crow-shaped spirit of a dead executioner.
Right. Okay, send Poe off.
Cool. And then
Are
come
you
back.
going to? Okay. Are you going to keep the door open for Poe to come back?
I mean, is there any kind of gap whatsoever?
No, it will be magically sealed once you close it again.
Do the special knock on the door when you come back. And then
Kells, Gustav. Blood Moon starts. Same Aspen. Blood Moon starts.
Oh, it's so beautiful. It's big and pink and big and pink, like a moon.
Yeah, and it'll get darker as it goes on until it reaches the apex in like a couple of hours, and then it will reverse on the way out. Hard to see because we're probably both with the curtains behind us looking out the window because the light kind of makes a reflection, so it's a little annoying to see, but also if I open the window, I bet an alarm will sound. So here we are.
You do know how to disable the alarm system. If you
Yeah,
wanted
no,
to.
that's good. I think it's good that it's on.
You don't want to disable the alarm system?
No, not really.
Go ahead.
No,
What do you mean?
I think we're good. I think we're good here.
It's the blood moon.
Just a normal astrological
Yeah,
feature.
you're just one of the few, probably the only known oracle left in the school besides Miss Mesmer. I'm sure you're fine.
Yes, we think these thoughts while looking at the blood moon.
Of course, Xena is also here, having seen us climb behind the curtains. And everybody knows that cats love going behind the curtains.
So we're trying to look at the blood moon, but then there's just like, here's a cat. Hello, you should pet me.
Give me a brains roll.
7.
Okay. Aspen,
Yep.
are you still just spying on your sister and her friend? You see their hands kind of like get closer together until he eventually puts his hand on top of hers.
Aspen's like, interesting. But also, it's low key boring just sitting here watching them, watching the moon.
Give me another flight roll. Difficulty 7.
That is a 7.
Okay. You are getting tired of this position.
Yeah.
Like you've been sitting here a while, you're getting kind of like sore and achy and twitchy because you just want to be in a different kind of spot.
Probably just gonna try to climb up onto the roof, even if she's noticed.
Okay.
Stretch. All the bones creaking.
They will start to lean in for a kiss and then see you out of the corner of their eye. And she's like, Aspen! And he is like, whoa, and then sees and kind of straightens up. She's like, what are you doing up here?
I wanted to see the blood moon. I'm on this side of the roof. You're on that side. Don't worry. I won't cross the line. I won't look. I'll just look up.
Go somewhere else. We were here first. Besides, Mom restricted you to the house.
I'm on the house.
She said inside the house.
Okay. You win this round. But I don't want to be babysitting anyone. She'll climb back down, or try to.
Get out! Are you gonna try to watch the rest of the blood moon from your room?
Yeah.
Or are you just gonna hide and then continue spying once she thinks you're gone?
I go back to my room and watch it from there. Write down observations just because it seems relevant.
Okay.
But they're probably not super relevant, like, oh, the bird caws once when seeing it. No, write it down. that thing over there moved a little.
It just sounds like Aspen being paranoid about something. Oh, the house creaked at this time, right during the blood moon.
Definitely paranoid.
Phineas. Poe comes back, does the special knock.
I call Tim and 2K over. We brace to like throw all of our weight against the door to slam it shut and then crack it like a tiny sliver so he can in.
Yep,
and
just
then,
quickly. Yep. And he will tell you that they are already fighting blood mages, but it is only a couple right now.
And you warned them about the ones that were coming, the reinforcements? Cool. Which probably was like, blood mage. Oh, they're here. More come. Okay, bye.
And was like, shouldn't we warn them specifically about that snake thing?
Poe can only carry. I mean, his brain is this big. Well, I don't think he really has a brain. It's mostly just lots of, I don't know. Anyway, we did what we could. I mean, we can all go out there and get in the midst. It just seems like a terrible idea to me.
I wasn't saying that. It seemed like the thing snuck up on him. Who do you think it was?
I didn't recognize them. I assume I didn't recognize
I mean,
them.
the person that got bit by the snake, the person that we saw from our point of view.
Well, it wasn't Ames, and it wasn't Professor Levi. My guess, one of the members of Spinet, because there were a number of Spinet people. I think, didn't someone say that they were going to call for Spinet people? Well, it wasn't the resource officer, it wasn't the security guard, it wasn't any of the... I mean,
you did not see the resource officer. You saw the security guard.
Ooh, it might be the school resource officer.
It's a rough first week.
Yeah.
And that makes sense. I usually have visions of people I'm around.
Well, hopefully with the warning that the other people will come, which is what causes the distraction, which lets the hole be made so that the red snake thing can get in. Hopefully they'll be prepared for it.
Would them being prepared for it make them able to stop it, though?
Who knows, right? Maybe being prepared for it is what causes it. Who knows? Maybe Poe was the distraction. I don't think so, but it's possible. Intervening in time stuff is complicated.
Yeah, I usually don't give the visions much thought because they don't always happen, but this just seems like something that's actually pretty likely to happen.
Well, it's currently happening right now.
Well, it is. The blood moon has just started.
But they're currently fighting, like as we speak.
Yes.
So we just have to hold out for 4 hours until dawn? Should be fine.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll be fine.
Will we?
I don't know. Maybe my thing works of where it's like whoever's the most likely at the time. So I feel like then I would have just on my own, or Calders or you, because I'm around you guys more, right?
Yes, I don't know. I know that there's a limit to what we can do. And with the exception of very briefly sending Poe out to share a warning, everything else that I can think of involves us leaving this room, which is I just feel like is a terrible idea. Not to suggest that we're safe here, but just to suggest that we're safer here than if we're just like wandering around.
UK speaks up because he's a little confused as to what is happening exactly. It's like, what exactly happened?
I had a vision.
Of
Of people attacking the school. And then sent Poe to warn them. And Poe confirms that they are, in fact, attacking the school as we speak.
you said someone. What exactly happens?
The defenders of the school are holding up a magical barrier against a number of, we presume, cultists. It seems to be working. However, then a number of other cultists, one of whom appears to be significantly stronger and was not wearing a mask, although not anyone I recognize, came. And with that instruction, they were able to open a small hole in the barrier. They were able to slice a guy. That guy kind of got all controlled and stuff. And then the person from whose point of view I was having the vision stopped reinforcing the barrier to address that person, did take care of it, but was distracted. And there was like this like snake thing that bit him. And then he picked it off and it all like melted into blood. And then he just started getting woozy, and, or she, I suppose, and was reinforcing the barrier until darkness.
Give me a brain or charm.
I'm going to go with brain because my charm is garbage. No, I'm going to go with charm because I get a +1 on that. And there's
Or intuitive. Either one.
I will spend a token for intuitive. That's smarter.
As you're describing, when you start talking about the person being controlled, you see clear recognition in 2K's eyes, and then when you talk about the snake as well.
Is there any particular defense against those things that you can think of?
You just have to hit the snake hard enough, and it'll just turn back to blood. But I think only my dad can do the other one.
That one? Well, I didn't see him. There was someone who was maskless and seemed very powerful, but I think I would recognize your father. One, because he looks like you, and two, because I've seen visions with him in them.
Have you?
Mm-hmm.
When?
Hasn't Kels had visions of
his dad? No.
Yeah. Oh. Did the adult man with the mask that seemed much more powerful look a lot like an older Kaldor?
Give me a brains roll.
4.
Hard to tell. It was dark outside.
Yeah. So maybe. Maybe not. Who knows?
Well, if they only got a little hole, we could help.
How?
Reinforce the barrier.
Do you know how to do that?
I don't know, maybe.
Also, my concern is that if indeed people are here to come and get you, seeing you will motivate them to work harder. And that would involve you not being behind the magical barriers that Professor Ames put in place to protect you. It seems like a risk. I fully understand your desire to help. I feel it strongly myself. But a stronger desire is to keep you safe. Does that make sense? So, unless you want me to go out there on my own, which I would do if you asked me. And Tim could stay here and protect you.
Kells, Aspen, what are you guys talking about?
Me?
You know, just the blood moon. Oh, look at this vision of a snake. That's weird.
That's really creepy.
Yeah, I mean, I assume it's related to the blood cult stuff, so that's not too surprising.
You don't think the snake is in the garden, do you?
No, I don't think so.
I mean, that's where you usually find snakes, isn't it? Outdoors.
Yeah, I mean, I guess. I mean, I presume it's like a blood snake or something like that.
Ooh. Do you think that if you hit it with a wind spell, more of the blood will turn to scabs and it gets a thicker and thicker skin?
Gross. I would think it'd probably dissipate in a strong wind if it's a liquid, right? Like gross rain.
Right, but then you're sending magic infected blood downrange wherever. That sounds... This other vision looks an awful lot like guts or something like that.
Kinda. It looks like tentacle hands or something, right? Because there's like a person over there, and then that should have been an arm, but it's not.
I'm not sure I really like living in a world with blood mages. They're scary.
Yeah, and it's kind of new, I guess. So there's that. But they're trying to stop them from doing things.
They did not mention this at summer camp.
No, they wouldn't have. They didn't know anything about it. I wonder if I could send this. Mom sent it to Professor Levi before. I don't know if it's handy. I mean, this is why I woke up. This snake one.
I mean, we could just call Professor Levi. It is really late. It's 4 a.m., right? But we could send them again if you wanted. You're muted.
At this point, it's probably like 5 a.m. So it's total blood moon at this point.
I don't know. I'm getting the feeling he might be kind of busy.
Well, it is pretty, but I've got like 2 hours sleep so far tonight. I'm gonna go back to bed.
Okay. Sounds good.
Okay. As I leave from behind the curtains, it occurs to me that despite the door being open, Kel's parents could not actually see what we were doing. And I scurry, scared.
Charles, what are you doing?
I'm gonna try to send this snake vision. And probably that other weird one I got earlier, because who knows what that is.
So the 3 of them or 2 of them?
2 of them, because this other one doesn't look particularly blood culty other than the fact it has red string. Cool.
Give me a grit roll.
Yeah, okay. 1.
Okay. Never mind.
Okay.
Cool. You aren't able to get to the paper in time.
Just in time.
Cool. So you send these 3, or those 2,
Yeah.
off to Professor Levi.
Yeah.
You will have to go downstairs and grab some magical postage.
Yeah, that's okay. Gustav just went downstairs. It's probably fine.
Okay. Yeah. You know, so there's some in the drawer, so you can just grab one, stick it on, and as soon as you do, it'll zip off.
Cool. I do that.
Cool. Okay, Phineas, Tim, or Aspen, you're just watching the blood moon.
Yep.
Okay.
Also making paranoid notes. Like, this may be helpful, this may not be helpful, maybe, I don't.
Phineas, so you guys are just bunkering down.
Would you like me to go and check and see how things are going? I think I can probably do that safely. I mean, not as safe as in the magically protected room, but I can do it. Maybe.
No.
Are you sure? All right. I really don't like doing nothing. But at the same time, I am somewhat good with barriers. Or maybe I've just gotten lucky. I'm really only gotten kind of good at one thing so far. Well, 2 things. Gingerbread children and self-transmutation. Neither of which seems particularly useful, except for the self-transmutation. I could fly above the battlefield and see how things are going. And perhaps I could see the snake and peck it to death. Or I could bite one of my crows. I don't know what happened then. Ooh, maybe they could attack me. And then that would anger Granny. Because while I'm not sure about the status of our defenders, I mean, they're the best the school has to offer, but, I don't think the cult would enjoy having Granny after them. I mean, I know they're supposedly all bad and cruel and stuff like that, but they're not hags. So maybe we just sit here and worry. And hope everything turns out okay. Look at Tim.
Yeah, Tim's like, he's not raring to go outside either.
Yes. I wish Kells was here, because Kells always has an idea that's different than mine. I think Kells would be saying, we should stay here. I think Kells would be anti doing anything, and it would make me feel better to have someone else be the voice of reason. It makes me nervous when I'm the voice of reason, if that makes sense.
Tim is like, yes, that makes sense.
Yes. I'm much more comfortable being the one who's encouraging everyone to go to the Forbidden Forest, which, by the way, I'm still thinking about. Because I have flown with one person before. I might be able to accommodate 2. I'd never been a flock large enough to encompass the school before. So maybe I'm getting better. Well, maybe that will be the backup plan. If things start to go south, then... Oh, sorry, that's a nymph phrase I picked up from Gustav. If things begin to look like they're going poorly, we should be ready. And I will attempt to fly us away, evading capture into the Forbidden Forest.
Great. I'm super excited to go there again.
Well, we have friends in the Forbidden Forest.
What do you mean, friends? The
Well,
hags?
No, I don't think they're out there. Well, they might still be out there. No, there's a potentially were, definitely cat creature that is helpful.
How do you know it's a friend?
Well, because it protected Kells. And probably
Okay,
brought
but
her
that's
broom back.
Kels.
Well, yes. And not everything in the Forbidden Forest is awful.
I don't know. I've seen a lot of deaths in that forest.
Oh, yeah. But at least it would, I mean, going somewhere that is equally deadly to everyone, to a certain degree, levels the playing field.
Maybe we could hide in the Serpentis room. No, that probably sealed it off.
Probably so. And also, we don't know if they know where it is.
Also true.
We knew Granny did, but they might also. And Professor Ames seemed to indicate that there might be a variety of traps and other sorts of things that we hadn't run across yet. I don't know. I would just feel better if we weren't here. Well, that's not true. Because if we weren't here, they would probably be somewhere else. I think we're probably in the best place we can be. It's just not a very good place.
Kels, the alarm system starts going off again.
And I will leave my room, which I presume I went back to.
Gustav, give me a grit roll.
Six.
Okay. Actually, give me a flight roll.
Four.
Okay. So the alarm system goes off by the time you get down or step out of your room, Kels. Your parents also come back out of their room thinking you guys set off the alarm system again. But you see a figure standing in the doorway that is basically zapped the system that started going off.
Run to my parents.
Gustav, they do notice you because you rolled poorly on flight and grit. So you're the first one that they deal with, which is basically just knocking you across the room into say like the TV and fireplace area.
Kells, run!
So they walk past you. They do a similar thing where they take your blanket that you were using and it follows you to wrap you up. But as they're casting that, your mom, Kels, starts to duel this person, while your dad basically grabs you and puts you, locks you in their room.
Is Gustav okay? We need to get him.
You hear gunshots.
Oh no.
What are you doing?
Bring a gun to a wand fight, I guess.
It's better than nothing. I didn't
Yeah, I
know what
guess
the
so.
alarm system was.
I will open the door and look out, I guess.
Oh, okay, so you're gonna open the door and look out, not run.
Yeah? Like, what's happening?
Okay. Gustav, what are you doing?
I'm going to roll myself out of the fireplace and head towards the couch where I left my stuff, my wand, my bag. Grab my wand, and I am going to...
Give me a flight roll. We'll say difficulty 10.
7.
Okay. They notice you running towards the wand. They are having a hard time fighting 230. Mr. Michaels did land a shot, because I don't think they were expecting a gun or really had a full understanding of what that was. But they catch you essentially because you have some scrapes and stuff from hitting the fireplace so hard. So they're able to stop you in place. Aspen, you just watching the Blood Moon some more? Taking some more notes? It's at its greatest eclipse. It's 6 a.m. now, so it's starting to be light outside. A little bit.
If her sister hadn't come back yet, if she didn't hear window or anything, I should probably sneak back out to see how the two lovebirds are doing.
Give me a flight roll.
Okay.
Difficulty 7.
That's an 11.
Okay. You sneak back up there, and they're asleep on the roof in their blankets.
Oh, that's so cute. She'll go over and attempt to drag her sister away to try to to take them to bed, but probably not gonna work.
Give me a flight roll, difficulty 19. Let's see if you do this without disturbing and waking them up.
That's a 6.
Yeah. So you start pulling your sister away, who wakes up. It's like, what the? And shoves you off, and you start to fall off the roof.
Goodbye.
And let me give you a shot. Let's see. Oh, you looked out. Thor is able to get his wand out in time and at least slow your descent. You will still hit the ground, though.
Bye, world.
So, yeah. She shoves you off. You trip back enough to where you fall off the roof. Jor is able to get his wand and cast to at least slow your descent, not quite catch you. So you don't hit it that hard, but you do still hit the ground. Kind of knocks the wind out of you.
You win 1 point in my good books. Just lays there for a minute.
Oh my god, are you okay?
I'm
And
good.
your sister looks over the roof, is like, you idiot! Starts trying to climb down.
Just wanted to make sure everything was good. Didn't hear movement for a while. No, it's a blood moon thing.
She casts a spell to like get a plant to kind of grow, so that she could step on it and get back down efficiently. And then she looks at you. She's like, "You better not have woken up Mom and Dad. Get back to your room.
Yes, ma'am.
Don't ever touch me while I'm sleeping again."
Understood. Do the walk of shame quietly back in, or try to do quietly.
You know what? Sure, yeah. Give me a flight roll. Difficulty 7.
That's a 3.
Okay.
Just hitting every single creaking step.
Yeah, you're also super tired because you stayed up all night. So, you definitely wake your parents up that are like, "Aspen, what are you doing? Did you sneak out?
No.
Why are you just coming up the stairs from outside?"
Because I walked down the stairs, opened the door, looked outside, and then came back up the stairs.
Give me a charm roll, difficulty 13.
Oh boy. I'm real charming. Very super charming. Innocence?
Do you have 2 AT to spend?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can spend 2 AT to not get in trouble for a minor transgression.
Okay. I spend 2 AT.
Okay. So you spend the 2 AT and they're just like thinking you just went outside to check out the blood moon real quick, and they're like, "Okay, be more quiet, go to bed, don't..." Did you just wake up?
Yes.
Okay, but just be more quiet.
Okay.
Let me go back to bed. Phineas? What are y'all doing?
Well,
Just chilling.
the leaving was vetoed. And I don't have a winch and pulleys and a tarp and a bunch of rope. So there's not much we can do, is there?
There's plenty you can do, but what you want to do, I mean, that would make sense to do.
I mean, I could go and reveal that I've been a blood cultist all along. Open the door, ha ha. But that isn't true, so also blood cultists suck. So I'm literally just sitting there thinking, how many crows do I need to be? Oh, sorry, ravens. Do I need to be to carry Tim and Calder with me? In case the door pops open and a blood mage is there. I'm also making sure that I have my hands on blood replenishing potion and stone skin potion.
Okay.
And that 2K and Calder know where they are. Just in case.
Okay, smart. Kells. You look out to see this blood mage, and you see something very similar to your vision with like tendrils and stuff. It is starting to take blood from Gustav to essentially give themselves more power.
Rip, Gustav, you're a good friend.
And Gustav, you are starting to feel very lightheaded as you feel blood leave your body. Your dad looks back at you as he goes to reload. He's like, "Get back in. Go." you need to leave. Like, actually, and your mom's like, take her with you. So he kind of shoves you into the room, closes the door behind, and grabs some stuff out of his closet, opens the window, and wants you to go out with him.
Okay. I mean, I probably have my wand because I need that for light when I was sneaking around anyway. Do I have my broom?
Yes. I don't know if your mom would have wanted you to bring your broom,
I mean, that's probably true.
because that would just be an opportunity for you to try to go back to the school or do something ill-advised.
Yeah.
And you don't have
I
your
will.
permanent.
Yeah, I will
license.
go with that on, but I'll be like, but Gustav, he's, like that kind of thing.
There's not much we could do. Your mom's got it. We need to get you out.
I will follow him.
Okay. He helps you. He goes out first, helps you out the window, slinks off the roof, and goes to have you jump down so he can catch you and help you down. All right, we're going to the car.
Okay. It does so.
Okay. Don't mind me. I'm just gonna do some off-screen rolling.
Yeah. No, Gustav is probably fine. He's probably not dying. There's probably not horrific guilt about abandoning your friends or anything like that.
No, that's
Kels,
never happened before.
You know that vision of the very, very shallow well you had?
Yeah.
That is, in fact, Gustav's blood supply.
If only you had made it to your stuff where you have those potions that Professor Ames gave you. That I don't think I know about.
Gustav, give me a crit roll, difficulty 13.
You should probably try to make this one.
I have a D12. So, I have 1080, and I have a D12, so I need to roll 3, right?
Or, use a boon, save some AT. If you get a 3, that's pretty low. You could try again. But, I mean, up to you if you just want to burn AT.
I might use a major boon rather than accept my 1.
Yeah, that's probably, yeah.
Probably that one. The dice just looked at you and say, like, nah, man, re-roll a character.
Okay, so I have rolled a 10, and I'm going to get that to 14.
Okay. The blood mage drops you to focus on Kel's mom. You are very lightheaded, feel wobbly, trying to get back to your stuff, but you're kind of close, so you can crawl there and try to do so discreetly while the blood mage is distracted.
I shall. I'm going to crawl army style, leaving a trail of blood behind me. Like a snail.
Sure. Okay, you reach your stuff.
The next time the blood mage casts, I am going to cast a deflection spell to try and give Kel's mum an advantage.
It's going to be a little tough from your angle, because you're like to the side of them. You can certainly try, it's just going to be a difficult roll if that's the route you want to take. Also, you are very woozy. So if you were in your bag, I think, what did Ames give you? A blood replenishing potion and just a health potion, I think? Right, okay.
I am going to drink the healing potion so that my wounds close up.
Okay. You drink the healing potion as you watch the blood mage. One of these things it creates starts to go up the stairs towards Kels's mom. One of these like blood serpents.
Fireball. Sorry, Kels, you don't need a house.
Oh god. Okay. Give me a fight roll. We'll say difficulty difficulty 10 to just hit him, but difficulty 14 to do so in a way that doesn't set everything on fire.
I can make a 10. I shall make a 10.
Okay. So you cast a fireball that hits this blood mage who's more concerned. Like he turns towards you as you're casting this fireball and goes to kind of protect himself, but is a little bit too late. So he is on fire, but also you've hit the stuff beside him, like in the hallway and everything. So now part of the house is also on fire. And he screams and tries to fish for his wand out of his coat because he's not been using his wand to cast magic much. Let's see. Let me see if he can keep his composure. No, he's on fire, not having a good time.
What's Kels' mom doing?
She has started to fight that serpent thing, trying to hit it hard enough. Actually, yeah, let's do her. Oh, okay. Actually, she did. Okay. So she's able to hit it hard enough that basically blood coats the stairs. Tells you and your dad are able to go around, get to the car. You see smoke coming under the door.
Oh my gosh, Gustav lit something on fire.
What? Why?
I don't
I mean, I know why, but why fire?
It's his default go-to.
He makes some calls as he starts the car to drive away.
Kels is like, he's probably fine. He lit everything on fire. He's probably not going to light himself on fire again.
Aspen, what are you doing? It's morning time now.
Probably going to try to help set the morning things up with the sanctuary, so like getting the food ready for the creatures.
Yeah, that's fine. Normally full moon, you don't want to be out, but the sanctuary is pretty well protected.
Probably also wondering how her friends are faring, but also probably like, yeah, they're probably fine.
It's morning time. You can give them a call if you wanted to check in.
Well, she has to do the morning routine with the creatures first. Because, you know, they're going to get hangry and you don't want them to be hangry.
Sure. Phineas, how's things going in here? What are you guys talking about in there? Are you guys still trying to stay awake, I presume?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you'll need stuff to keep awake, some conversation.
So yes, I think we're trying to I probably trying to distract Calder so he doesn't feel bad or conflicted. So as we continue to do Witch's Cradle, which is not only confusing to divination but also a good kind of time waster, pulling back the conversation about what we want to be when we grow up. And suggesting that Calder could open a pet store for a variety of pets that like maybe are less common or people don't seem to like, because he does very well with Greer, and he has a natural empathy for creatures, clearly. And then just being disappointed every time Tim poo-poos any idea. Like, why didn't you want to be this? How about a commercial pilot? No.
I don't want to have visions of plane crashes.
You could be an artist. You could be an emo rock star, a wealthy billionaire recluse.
I think you have to have something to get to the billionaire part.
Well, we have to do the treasure hunting first to become extraordinarily wealthy.
Right. Gotcha.
I mean, I know where there are just piles and piles of gold.
Yeah, that seems dangerous, but I guess also if it's a significant amount, I could see why some people would forego the danger.
Yeah. And then we become rich, and then you can become a recluse. Very mysterious. And Calder can open a chain of animal rescue and pet stores. Yeah. So we have it all planned out.
I feel like 2K should write a book.
Or you can be I was going to say something. I was going to say ghostwriter. I'm sorry, I didn't think of it as a pun, but it's kind of a pun, so that wasn't my intent. But you can be the writer, the aloof, mysterious writer.
Right, under a pseudonym.
Yes. Good, we have it all planned out. Is it dawn yet?
Nope.
When is this going to be over?
Well, I mean, it's like probably like 6 a.m. now, so. Getting there. Kels. Your dad is driving. Tells you to take out an orb from the glove box.
Okay. What's this?
For emergencies. I can't really call normal police and fire in this situation because it's a magical occurrence.
Oh, right. And have I learned the magical 911 number?
Yes, absolutely.
Oh, yeah, probably. So I'll just call that.
Yeah. Magical emergency services. What is your emergency?
Getting attacked by a blood cultist. This address.
How many blood cultists?
1? I looked to my dad for confirmation.
That we know of. And they'll ask you a couple more clarifying questions, like, is anybody hurt?
Yes.
Which emergency services do you need?
It's on fire. The house is on fire.
Okay, so, all right. Unfortunately, a lot of our personnel are tied up with other occurrences happening, but we will have someone sent to the address as soon as possible.
All right, but I mean, okay.
Where are you?
Oh, we're in a car on.
And your dad will speak up and say, turning left on this street, going northbound. Oh, are you in a nymph vehicle? And it's like, yes. Yeah, like, okay. How many people are in the house that are not blood cultists?
2, and we'll give descriptions.
Good stuff.
I am diving behind the couch.
Okay. Are you going for the other potion?
I'll take my bag with me, I suppose, and it'll be in there.
Okay. You are still very woozy. Like, yeah, your wounds healed up, but you lost a lot of blood.
I can deal with that after I'm out of the line of fire.
Okay,
And
give me a flight roll, difficulty 15.
How
are we doing for boons?
Pretty good. Listen, of all of us, you seem to be in the most dire of straits, so have at 'em.
Seems to be like a frequent occurrence.
Listen, you just had to stay up in the room, watch the blood cult. We could have dragged you with us out of the house. Thank you, Sin.
I have used 2 major boons. No, sorry, 1 major boon and 3 minor boons.
I'll get him.
Muted.
You're able to grab your bag and you don't pass out when you stand up.
And I shall drink the recovery potion then. The blood.
Okay. Good. Cool. So you do that. The blood mage. Let's see. Okay. The blood mage is able to put themselves out. But just as they do, Kel's mom is able to hit them with a spell that knocks them back into the fire. What are you doing, Gustav? She yells at you to run out the back door.
I am going to go into the porch where...
The back porch?
To the place where I am deciding that I have seen where Kelsa's mum keeps her broom.
Probably the closet where cleaning supplies would go, even though it's not for cleaning.
Yes, I'm going to go to that closet then.
Okay.
And I'm going to grab the broom.
Give me a flight roll, difficulty 10.
Can I take half?
It is a snap decision. Right.
I need another major boon. Okay, 17.
Okay, nice. You're feeling a lot better now that you've taken the blood replenishing potion. You can feel yourself feeling less nauseous, less dizzy. And you use that burst to just bolt towards that closet and grab the broom.
I'm going to fly to Kelsa's mum and yell at her, "Get on!"
Oh, good luck. Okay, give me a flight roll, difficulty 14.
Luck has ended. 11.
Okay. So you get on the broom, but this is not your broom. You are not used to this broom. So you're having a hard time getting it to really listen to you, even when you're just trying to get it to just float. It's like resisting you. So you get on it and it just goes straight to the ground like it's a normal broom. This is when Gustav realizes he accidentally grabbed a normal broom. All right, Aspen, you've done your chores. Nobody done.
Some people are probably awake now. Maybe. Who knows?
Your parents probably are. They're used to getting up pretty early.
You're probably thinking that Kels and Gustav are awake, or at least Kels' parents may be awake, so she'll check in on them, call to Michael's residence.
Okay, you call, nobody answers.
It's still pretty early, they're probably sleeping.
Yeah, probably. One of them's about to be anyway. Ooh. Okay, Phineas, what are you guys doing? What are you talking about?
I should probably have a watch. In this windowless
What,
room,
like
it's difficult to understand what time it is. It could be.
No.
It could be almost time for class. It's hard to tell. It's part of the...
Calder will speak up and he's like, it's still the blood moon.
Well, it's part of the mind-addling effect of the witch's cradle. It tends to warp one's perception of time.
I can tell you when it's over.
Oh, is it long?
Yeah.
Oh, it's a long time before it's over?
Oh, no, it's kind of starting to end, but it probably still a bit.
No.
Still more than half full.
Well, what colleges is everyone thinking about? I know we're just first years, but surely people have thought about colleges they're going to go to.
Calder is just like,
I assume there's magical colleges. I think I would like to go to a small, strange college in a remote location with a very select group of students. An art school, if you will. One that doesn't have a lacrosse team.
my dad tried to get me to play lacrosse.
Well, with all the like body checks and things, that would have to be. Yeah.
Wasn't my thing.
Also, it's kind of stupid.
Agreed.
It's not as stupid as the thing with on the ice.
Give me a charm roll. Or brains roll. Or intuitive.
I'll spend an AT for intuitive.
You see something like hesitant of Tim, like you hit a nerve when you said ice.
Oh, you like the thing on ice?
No.
What's it called?
Hockey.
Oh, you don't? Okay, what's going on with you in hockey?
Nothing. I don't like hockey.
Do you dislike it for the same reason I do?
No, I just don't watch hockey.
All right. Well, I don't watch competitive knitting, but I don't have that kind of a reaction to it. So I'm thinking there's a story there. We're all friends. You can tell us.
It's not really hockey related.
Well, what is in your mind?
Give me a charm roll.
God.
So difficulty 9.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
It's fine. Well, I don't like it because it's just exhausting. There's so much that's happening. Just back and forth, and everyone's yelling and screaming. And then at the end, the score is 0-0 after 3 hours, and it just seems like a real anticlimax. I'm granted I've only had one experience.
That seems more like soccer.
Oh, that too.
That's the one that's
It's the same kind of thing.
super boring.
Yeah. I mean, it seems like it's great fun if you like running around for no reason.
Yeah.
And
They can
utter
end in a
chaos.
tie. What's the point?
No, I don't know. I don't really care much about competition or winning, but it does seem like if you're going to go through all that effort, there ought to be something accomplished. It's like you could be building a house with all that energy, as opposed to just running around in a field chasing a ball.
Doesn't your friend play hockey?
Oh, yes. But it's underwater hockey.
Underwater hockey, yeah.
And he's an underwater person. And also, I think, very much enjoys belonging.
Fair enough.
Although I've never really seen the appeal myself.
Of what, hockey or belonging?
Yes. I mean, I think if I walked into breakfast tomorrow and all the people that are popular here were to say, oh, we've decided that you conform to our expectations and therefore we want to make you one of us, I would be very upset and would suspect I'd done something terribly wrong. It seems like what's required to be popular is outward conformity with societal expectations while also denying everything about you that is special. And that seems, at minimum, deadly dull.
Yeah.
Also, I do hope there aren't students being murdered as we speak.
Oh, way to bring the conversation back down.
Well, I'm trying to remind us that it's a balance of it's good to distract ourselves, but it's also good to stay alert and remind ourselves that we might have to act quickly at any moment. We can't
Which, of
get
course,
too comfortable.
Calder looks more guilty now again.
Calder, we've had this conversation. This has nothing to do with you. We have no control over what adults do. I have no control over the fact that Granny and her sisters came and ate a bunch of people. That had nothing to do with me. Do you think it's my fault that Granny's sisters ate some people? Or at least one person?
No.
Exactly. They're sort of adults. I don't know what they are. But they're certainly not children. They make their own choices. There's all sorts of horrible things happening that we have no idea what are going on, have nothing to do with us. And there's probably wonderful things happening that we shouldn't be taking credit for. Like if I have an ancestor or relative that isn't a hag that goes and, I don't know, invents something fantastic. That has nothing to do with me either. I'm very happy for them. But it's not like that reflects upon me. Or it shouldn't. Maybe that's why people want to be friends with Silent before he became a drug addict. Because they thought that by associating with him, somehow his fame would reflect upon them. But it doesn't. They're just common children.
And it's worked for some people.
Has it?
At least in imp celebrities.
Oh.
There's some people that are famous literally just for being with somebody else that's famous. And then that's how they get a platform.
And I'm sure they use it extremely well to better the world around them. Or maybe they do, and good for them. I don't know. I think when your entire life is people staring at you, the idea of being the center of attention is less appealing.
Let's see. Gustav.
Mm-hmm.
You see just this burnt up blood mage who's been on fire twice now. Basically standing on their last legs, but determined to just keep hurting people. Very upset of the whole situation that's going on here. But the problem is they are having a hard time casting blood magic because they've been essentially burnt to a crisp. Let me do a roll for them. Let me do a roll for them. Oh God. Okay. Well, Kel's mom is not going to let him get back up. So she puts out the fire because she does not want her house to be completely engulfed.
Lightweight.
Yeah. But she goes over to this burnt up blood cultist and just pretty nearly executes the guy.
She stamps on him, but she's wearing stilettos and it gets awkward. Miss Michaels, I mean, Miss MacArthur. Are you okay?
I'm fine. Are you okay?
Oh, I'm fine. I'm used to it. Is your husband and Kells? Can you contact them?
I'm going to try, and she's going to go find the phone crystal ball. And Kells, you will get while you're on the line with the emergency operator, get a call from home.
Oh, I'm getting a call. Do I need to stay on the line or?
Yes, you need to stay on the line.
Okay. One sec, and I just switch it to hold and switch the call.
Okay.
And see.
You will see your mother. Her hair is kind of out of place, but
yeah. Mom, are you okay?
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. We're in the car, and I'm on the line with emergency services. Oh, I should get back to them though. Just let you know we're okay.
Oh, okay, we're fine here.
Is Gustav okay?
Gustav is fine.
Okay. Cool. All right. Bye. And I'll switch it back, and I'll be like,
are you there? Are you there?
Yes, I'm there. Sorry. It sounds like they're okay.
What? The people that are in the address?
Yes.
Is the blood mage gone?
I'm just gonna go with yes. But you might probably still want to send somebody.
Well, we're trying to prioritize because there's a lot going on right now. And we're spread pretty thin with people that can deal with a blood cult threat.
I'm going
appropriately.
To lower priority. Are we going back? I asked my dad.
Yeah, he's turning around.
Okay. I'll let you know in a minute when we get back.
Okay.
You can probably put it lower priority.
You guys circle back, get back to the house. As he's coming back, he's like, "Call your mom back real quick."
Okay. I'll be like, 1 sec.
She answers the phone again, and she's like,
mm-hmm.
"But are you okay? Nothing happened?"
No. We're good.
Okay, where are you guys going?
We're going back?
Oh, well, don't come back here.
Okay.
Your dad turns around the car again.
Well, where should we go?
Go to your father's parents' house.
Okay. What should I tell the emergency services people? They need a priority.
Hang up on them. I'll call them. Only call them if something happens with you. But if they found us at the house, this is where they were looking for you.
Okay. Sounds great. Bye. Love you, bye. And then I switch it back to the emergency services and be like, they'll call you at the house to give you an update.
Okay.
So I'm going to hang up now.
Okay.
Okay, bye.
Gustav, you are there with Kels' mom, just staring at this very gross, burnt up corpse on the ground.
I don't suppose I don't suppose you they might have been attacking an adult? Were you in spirit or anything back in the day?
No. My assumption is they were here for Kels because of what she can do.
Oh, I don't think Kel's. She's she can't control them or know when anything will happen.
No, but she's been having a lot of blood cultist visions, which I'm sure they don't want anyone having any insight into their activities. Especially someone so close to the blood cultist's son.
I am going to check the door and see if there's anybody outside.
It's a little charred up. Give me a brawn roll. Difficulty 5.
Four.
Okay. It is the woods expanded. It's you can't really get the door open.
This is pretty stiff. I don't think any more are going to come in this way.
I think if they wanted to, they would find a way inside. Aspen, how's your chores going? How are you doing? Now what are you doing?
Things are going well. Is Jor awake?
They went back to her room after you interrupted them. Or
Yes.
now he's back on the couch. So because when her parents woke up, they would have wanted to see him on the couch. Yeah, we'll say he's awake now, because it's awkward being in a house where people are awake and you're the one sleeping on the couch.
I've experienced that, yes. Aspen will go over and be like, want to arm wrestle 2 out of 3 wins.
You don't typically do 2 out of 3s for arm wrestling because you kind of burn yourself out on the first one.
Oh. Fair point.
Why do you want to arm wrestle me? Like twice your size.
Isn't there like a thing where it's like Danny and Johnny, and Johnny's bigger than Danny, but Danny wins? Type deal.
Uh,
Trying to bond.
By arm wrestling?
Sure.
You know what? Give me a charm roll. Difficulty 6.
That's an 11.
He's like, yeah, all right, sure. Let's arm wrestle. You guys will go over to the counter somewhere you guys can actually have a flat surface to do so. Give me a brawn roll.
Get to use this die.
Will be contested. What'd you get?
A1.
Cool. Well, he got a 15. So, you guys go to arm wrestle, and he's like, all right, ready? 1, 2, 3, go. Boom.
Yeah, someone's like, oh yeah, I was born ready. Let's do this. Let's do this. Well,
Do you want to go best 2 out of 3?
nah, you did great. You're a champ. You earned a 2nd point in my good books.
Right? How many points am I up to?
5.
Oh, not bad.
Yeah. So what's your familiar?
It's kind of like a little bear turtle.
That's cute. That's really cute. I babysit familiars, not babies. Familiars. If you ever need a familiar sitter, I can watch them while you go off and do other things.
Right? Cool. And you can talk to him, right?
Yeah.
It's like your whole family stick, yeah.
Yep.
Cool.
A lot of them just want someone to listen, so you sit there, listen to them for hours. It's very nice. Do you ever wish you could listen to familiars?
Sure. I mean, why not? I guess maybe it would get a little bit annoying if they're constantly asking for treats or whatever.
Yeah, that's a fair point. So you like capers?
Yeah.
Do you know if Casey's on the capers team?
Not yet, because we haven't had tryouts, but he's actually already come and talked to me about it, if he can do both.
Oh. You think he'd make the team?
I think he'd make sure he does.
Yeah, that's accurate. Don't really know any other sportsy Calatog people.
There's a few of us. It's just a little bit more rare.
I'm sure you'll do great. I'll
Thanks.
cheer for you.
Are you gonna try out for capers?
I
For
am.
Drakenor?
I am.
Seems like a conflict of interest.
I mean, I could still cheer for you if you're facing it off against the other 3 houses. Have Calatog and Drakenor be number 1 and 2, and then the rest at the bottom. Tie for first. Great.
Oh, there's no tying in capers.
So it's a fight to the death. Got it.
Not to the death. It is a fight until somebody wins.
Bet my sister will vote for you to win.
It's
Just-
not determined by voting, but she does cheer for Calatog, yes.
Did you know she's a prefect?
I did, actually.
Yeah. Did you know you need to be really smart and strong to be a prefect?
Yeah, you gotta be really well-rounded.
Definitely. So, ever been with another person in a romantic relationship before?
At this moment, your sister comes down the stairs. And it's like, Aspen, leave him alone. Oh my god, you're so embarrassing. You're not allowed to talk to him.
Can I look at him?
No. Don't even take up the same space. Go somewhere else.
Okay. Take 2 steps away and look away.
It's good talking to you.
You
don't talk to her either. She kind of drags him away.
Ask,
All right.
can I try to call them again?
Yes. Gustav, the orb starts going off while Kels's mom is checking out the burnt corpse.
I mean, answering it would be very rude. It's not my home.
You see Aspen's face in it.
I shall answer Aspen's face.
Okay.
Hello, this is McCarth residence. Michael's.
Hi, Gustav.
Oh, hi, Aspen. Listen, I'm sorry for hanging up on you earlier. I was angry, and I'm still a bit angry, but there are bigger, more important things in life than just punches to the face. For example, being set on fire.
That's fair. Also,
So-
it's okay. I understand. So, how's the morning doing? Did you have a good sleep?
Well, I got woken up quite early. It was a bit awkward. A blood cultist had broken into the house.
Are you okay? Is Kels okay? Is Kels' dad okay?
Kels and her dad evacuated, and they're going to be fine. They are in an unknown location at the moment. It's like a safe house, except I don't know if it's a safe house because I don't know where they are.
That's smart. It's really smart for none of us to know where they are right now, just in case they come for us to question us, because they'll probably know that we're loose lips. So it's smart thinking on their part. I'm glad you're safe.
It's a bit awkward just being me and Miss Michaels, Miss McArthur here, because, well, when Kels was here, she was always a bit of a buffer, you know, and now it's just the 3 of us.
Yeah.
I think she's going to see to the familiar soon.
Oh, that's good. That's good. Maybe you can take this time to bond with Miss MacArthur. And then maybe convince her that Kels is safe with us. Because obviously they attacked here and not the schools, and therefore she's not safe there, but safer at the school.
Oh, I've already had a conversation with Mr. Michaels about keeping Kels safe.
That's good, that's good. See, if you win over the father, you'll win over the mother. I think that's how it works.
Married people do make decisions as a unit, right? And
Yeah.
when they stop making decisions as a unit, they start yelling at each other. They aren't married anymore. And I'm glad Kells has parents who love each other.
Yes, she's very lucky. How are you holding up, Gustav?
I think you're muted.
Still muted.
Or your sound went out entirely.
Or your sound, yeah, messed up. And
Gustav
Phineas
just
is
goes
also
into
muted.
well, that was a button. It goes into the 10,000 yard stare. It's like, well, all my blood was drained out, and then my PTSD was definitely activated by the fireball. Other than that, I'm fine.
Yeah, I need to add that to Gustav's fears. Fire.
Specifically being on fire.
So, the body in the other room smells a bit weird. And I'm not sure whether another blood cultist will come, so I'm a bit scared. But I'm in good health physically. And Mrs. MacArthur is too. So the two of us can take on the world. How are you doing?
I believe in that. The two are very strong. We'll make a power couple. Not couple as in two amazing wizards that are not romantically into each other. Got it. Good.
I look around to see if there are any hovering parents nearby.
You see Miss MacArthur with a disgusted look on her face.
Aspen, I have to go. I'll talk to you later.
Meeting you. Bye.
Miss MacArthur?
Yes, Gustav.
I'm sorry about dropping your broom earlier.
That's not my broom. I mean, it is, but that's a normal broom.
I didn't get my license, my provisional to fly,
Permit.
and this is the sort of thing that might be why.
Right. Well, why don't you go wash up? I'm sure someone will be here soon to take statements.
Yes, Miss MacArthur.
Let's see. Aspen Kells, you are in the car with your dad heading to your grandparents. Are you alright, kiddo?
Yeah, she says, trying not to cry.
Give me a charm roll.
4.
He's like, I know, I'm sure that was super scary, but everybody's okay.
Yeah.
Everything's fine. Fire's out.
That's good.
Good.
I don't think Gustav knows how to put out fires.
Your mom does.
Mm-hmm.
Does a lot, actually. Not literal fires, but you know what I mean.
Oh, yeah.
But your grandparents are going to be excited to see you. They haven't seen you in a bit.
I mean, that's true. Are you sure it's gonna be okay? Like, safe?
Safer them not knowing where you are. We could also just drive around. Or is there somewhere you want to go? We can go get ice cream, even though it's like 7 in the morning.
Are ice cream places even open?
Probably not, but we could go to a grocery store and buy a tub of ice cream.
Could we get McDonald's? I want the pancakes.
Yes, we can absolutely go through McDonald's. And he will take you to McDonald's. Phineas,
For pancakes.
UK. To mention he's like, it's less than half full. It's almost over.
All right. Well, I haven't had any more visions. So maybe that's a good thing.
Tim's like, that's because, yeah.
So, or maybe they're all just stacking up, waiting until I drop my defenses, and then they will rush in on my psyche. It's possible.
I was just like, right.
It's possible, Tim. Anything's possible.
I don't think so, but
It's fine.
highly unlikely.
It's fine. Well, it's a good thing that we're able to get out. I'd be much more worried if we were locked in here, because then what if everyone, and then I'm just saying it could be worse.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised they didn't lock us in here. It seems like a very typical move.
Well, we are locked in.
They'd be afraid that we would. Yeah, but I mean, to where we couldn't get out because they'd be afraid that, oh, hey, we're going to go get involved or something.
No, I think Professor Ames trusts us to a certain extent. I think we've demonstrated that we aren't always insufferable meddlers. We can sometimes let the adults at least attempt to handle things themselves. Mostly when us getting involved is almost certainly writing our own death warrants. I do hope the professors mostly make it through.
Yeah, hopefully us getting involved didn't make it worse.
Well, I don't think a warning would make things worse.
I don't know. Weird stuff happens when you get involved. It could have been like, oh, they're focused on this, so then something else got them or whatever. Yeah. Happened before.
Well, look, sometimes you just have to try and do your best, and the consequences are what the consequences are. But you have to take solace in the fact that you at least tried.
Yeah.
Within reason, responsibly. I mean, I certainly did everything I could to protect people from the hags. Mostly by setting them against each other, which is frankly rather easy to do. They don't exactly have a warm and trusting relationship.
You should give me a D20 roll. No reason.
How dare you? I shouldn't write anything in chat ever. 2.
Are you happy with that?
I don't know. It sounds like I shouldn't be happy with that. But also, I'm not too sure we have much in the tank here.
Ooh.
What would I be happier with?
Something above a 10.
You want me to spend some adversity tokens? Or I'll take that major boon that just suddenly showed up. I'll just yoink that major boon real quick. Is a 16 a nice result? A good result?
Yeah, I think you're happier with the 16.
I think I will be happier with the 16 too. It's a nice big number. Big numbers are generally good.
Yeah. Okay. Just for funsies.
For funsies.
No
No
reason.
professors' lives are in the balance.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah. 2K will let you know, Phineas. Once it's like, okay, it's over. And he gets up to go leave.
No. It's not guaranteed to. The event is over, but that doesn't mean everything's safe. So you two stay here. Tim?
Yep, I'll keep him in here.
But by being nice.
Yeah. Been
Maybe you could
standing in
try
front of the
opening
door.
up a bit. Sharing whatever it was that you were thinking about when we mentioned hockey. Since you don't want me to know.
Sure.
All right. Remember, Mr. Sparkley.
Right.
All right. Come stand over here and be prepared to help me slam this door closed if I open it and there's a whole bunch of cultists standing around waiting to bust in.
Okay, do you want Poe to scout first?
Oh, I'll just go. Poe and I both.
Okay. Sure.
And then as soon as I'm out, shut.
Yeah.
All right. So crack it open. Is the door surrounded by blood cultists?
No, you don't see anybody.
Cool. I will murder of crows
Wow.
and fly out.
Okay. Give me a... What do I usually use for this charm? Because it's a transfiguration, technically.
It's light. It's moving in magical ways.
He says with a
No, it's
high
always
flight.
light.
Sure. Yeah, give me a flight roll, difficulty 11, just because you stayed up all night and you're tired.
That is going to be a... I mean, I made it, but I want to see how much by. 16.
Okay. Cool. So, murder of crows. You go out with Poe. To the location where you saw in the vision. Because you assume that's where stuff's happening. And you see the instructor standing there. There is one person on the ground. But you see the blood cultists standing on the other side of the barrier. They don't appear to be trying to take down the barrier anymore. And you see that man without the mask looking extremely angry.
Well, that's good news. And Professor Levi and Professor Ames are there.
Yes.
I'll come down closer. Is it the resource officer who's on the ground?
No.
All right. Well, good. We don't have to go and comfort Coda now. Is it, who is it? Is it someone?
One of the people you don't recognize.
Okay. And it's still relatively shadowy outside and maybe a little bit misty.
Sure. It's kind of a red mist in the air
Ew,
where the blood cultists are.
gross. But they're not actively attacking. Do they look like they're retreating in any way?
Yeah.
Okay.
Looks like they're starting to leave. Retreat into the Forbidden Forest.
Okay. Well, let's hope they get eaten. I don't want to provoke them, so I'll wait until it's clear that they're leaving, and then I will reform, and then out of the shadows, Professor Levi.
God, Phineas, not the time. Are you okay? Is everything...
Yes, everything's fine. Calder informed us that the event was over, but I requested that he and Tim stay in the secure room, because just because the event was over doesn't mean that the danger is over.
Yeah, you should go back. Or get them and go back to your common rooms.
You think it's safe to go to our common rooms now?
The common rooms are relatively safe.
All right. Was our warning helpful?
Relatively, I guess.
Are they
I mean, we had a feeling more
I-
would come.
Was that Calder's father?
Yes.
Oh, so he did escape.
Yes. The only good thing is they needed the peak blood moon to break in, it would appear, which means they weren't able to use it
Yes. And we have several years
until.
before another one comes.
Correct.
Although I don't think they'll sit idly by doing crosswords for the next several years.
Probably not.
Well, I'm very glad we resisted temptation and did not come out in the height of the battle. It probably would not have gone well. Did they live? Pointing at the person on the ground.
No, Phineas, and he kind of turns you the other way and starts walking you back to the school.
All right. I should have provided more detail about the blood snake. I apologize, but Poe is... If I give him lengthy instructions, he gets confused.
That's not what killed him. Don't worry about it.
Oh, was it the zombie thing?
Yes. Well, yeah.
No. Well, that's unfortunate.
Don't worry about it.
That's unfortunate. Where are all the authorities?
On their way. There's been a few, from what I can tell, events that happened tonight. So.
Oh. We should check on Kels. Because we know they have an interest in oracles.
She actually sent me, or at least she actually sent me a few visions while we were fighting.
So.
At least towards the start. But yeah, we can certainly check in on her.
I think that would be a good idea. All right. Well, I'm glad that you lived.
Yeah, me too.
Honestly, I think if I had had the vision of you dying and not some other random person, I probably wouldn't have been able to resist trying to intervene.
Nice sentiment, but I would prefer you didn't.
Oh, yes, because we probably both would have died in that case.
Right. Let's see. Gustav. Or actually, Aspen. What are you doing now that your sister is dragged Jor away and you're back to being by yourself?
Probably going to ask if I can help. No, I think she'd ask her dad if he can teach her how to cook.
Okay. Sure, yeah, you guys can cook breakfast. He'll probably give you a bit of a talk to. He's like, so, been getting yourself into a lot of trouble lately. What's that about?
I don't know.
I mean, I know you're a teenager now. It just seems, and you've always been a troublemaker, which is fine, but it just seems a little bit out of control lately. Between school, and then you come home, and you're punching people's lights out, aggravating your sister. Something wrong?
No.
Okay, good talk. So why do you think you've been acting out so much?
Probably teenage hormones.
Okay. Right, so the food focuses on breakfast. Gustav, you guys get another call. You see Professor Levi's face with a Phineas poking in. Or at least the hair
Oh,
making its way into the frame.
hello, Professor Levi.
Oh, Gustav. Hey, we were just checking in from the school. Just wanted to see if everything was okay over there. I got Kels's visions that she sent me.
Oh, yeah, it's great. We killed the blood cultist. Everything's fine now.
Oh, good.
Hold up. Blood cultists? You fought blood cultists?
Right. Mrs. Mrs. MacArthur.
Is everyone okay?
I think so, yes. Yes, everybody's fine.
Okay.
Mrs. MacArthur, she thinks that the blood cultist attacked because of Kel's visions. But the blood cultists knew that Kells would be home from school, and the blood cultists knew about Kells' visions. So they must have pretty good information. Because
To be fair, Kel's having visions is not exactly a secret. She does it publicly in her classes. It's a hard thing to hide or keep secret for her.
Oh, especially if you have a turncoat on campus, or more than one.
Mrs. MacArthur, asked Kells and I to visit her at home just this past week. Before that, there weren't any plans. They had to have found out in this past week, and then they mobilized and... Well, only one of them came, so they can't be that... I don't know. It's complicated.
I think most of them were here, so they probably couldn't spare more than one.
You were attacked?
Oh, yes.
Are you okay?
Oh, we're fine.
The school was attacked, yes, but we were able to hold them off.
Yes.
Oh, I'm glad no one was hurt.
Well, there was one fatality.
One of the spinning agents, but
they didn't die in the manner in which I foresaw in my vision, which is good.
Do you think sooner or later spinners are going to come here and look at the crime scene? Do you think that if...
Kels's mom is already talking to somebody about what happened.
Well, they're already here, in fact. But if the blood cultists found out from an agent in Spirit instead of an agent in the school, then they might have access to all my DNA, because I was bleeding and there's blood splatter and stuff.
I wouldn't.
Can blood magic do anything?
Entirely possible that they sent somebody to check if Kels was with her parents, because Artemis had made a public announcement of students being allowed to go home this weekend.
I really hope that that's the case.
It's probably
not to say there's not any sympathizers or undercover cultists within the school. That's the reason Professor Ames specifically demanded all the teachers not be here, aside from a select few.
And they won't be able to do anything if they get their hands on my blood. If it's dried up and...
If it's dried up, no. They would need fresh blood to then store.
Mm.
Okay. What were you calling about?
We were checking on you, and just to see if anything had happened, which clearly did.
Yeah. We anticipated the blood cult might come after Kels.
Well, to be honest, I don't know where Kels is, so
Oh. That doesn't sound
Yeah,
good.
that's not good at all.
she when they attacked, she went out of the door with her dad, and he's an MP, right? If I heard gunshots, but he has to stop and reload at some point. It's not like a wand where you can just keep casting.
Right. So you're saying they're MIA right now?
I don't know. I don't know what I don't know. So I guess that is missing in action.
Okay. Well, that's troubling. What is Kel's? Who are you with right now?
I'm with Mrs. MacArthur.
Okay. And there's somebody there that's from the authorities.
Yeah,
Right.
they showed a Spinnet badge. I think I wasn't really paying attention, but they have an official looking face with a moustache and stuff.
Okay. So what is she doing? Is she? I'm surprised she's not out looking for her. To be honest.
She's just talking to the officer at the moment. I think she's reporting, giving a blow of how she defeated this person single-handedly.
Didn't help at all. That's not like you.
I tried, but when I picked up a broom, it was a duster.
Oh.
That's pretty impressive, actually.
Picking up a broom that's actually a duster.
No, taking on a blood mage single-handedly.
Well, at least you didn't use fireball. That would have been terrible. Would have set Kels's entire house on fire.
Anyway, have you heard from Aspen?
No, we have not checked on Aspen.
Oh, do you think
I'm more concerned with the fact that Kels is missing right now.
Yes. Do you think the cult would have gone after Aspen because of her ability to speak to familiars?
It's an incredibly powerful tool. Kels had a vision of a snake made of blood. If
Yes.
Aspen could talk to that, or there was some sort of similar animal, then she would make a great spy. If the cult could somehow capture her and convert her to their side.
Or could speak to the familiars here on campus and find out which of their masters is actually a secret blood cultist. Like we were going to do for the talent contest and costume contest thing, but we kind of, seemed like a lot of work at the time. Maybe we should have another one.
Let's hold off on that idea. Okay. So you don't know where Kels is.
Or her dad. He's
Or
a human
her
too.
dad. Right. And they just left. Okay. Is she done talking with the officer yet?
I look over my shoulder.
No.
He seems like a very chatty official person. He has a moustache.
Right. Kels, how's the pancakes?
They're very good, very comforting. I'm getting syrup everywhere. Uh-oh.
I'm debating something.
How many major bases does it take to make Kel's dad a secret blood cultist? Is that what you're debating?
Syrup cultist.
The soft serve machine is broken.
You know what, I'm gonna do a roll quick just to
see.
Okay. All right. It's really good pancakes.
Yeah, they're really good.
Yeah, you missed this nymph food.
Even got soda too. They don't have soda at school. It's not
Yeah.
healthy.
Your dad got a nice egg McMuffin, sausage egg McMuffin. Good stuff.
Yeah, well, you can probably
Cool.
go to grandparents' house. That's probably fine.
Are you sure? We don't have to.
It'd be good to see them.
Okay. You guys will drive off to your grandparents' place. Gustav, you wait there awkwardly, I assume, just staring at them, waiting for them to finish talking so that Professor Levi can talk to them.
Professor Levi, you should also talk to Brigham, because the blood cultists might have attacked the merfolk as well. The human government doesn't really seem to pay much attention to them, except when banning things. And if they could get a foothold, or I don't know.
Sure. Okay. What? Take me over to them so I could talk. Just hand the phone over to them.
Sure thing. And I shall gracelessly slide into their conversation and hand it over.
He's like, "Who's? Oh, Levi. Okay." And he'll ask them about the situation. It's like, hey, I heard Kels is missing. She's like, no, she's with my husband, her father. They're fine. They were able to get away. They're driving around, should be going to a safe location as we speak. He's like, oh, okay. Gustav told me they were missing and didn't know where they were. So he'll, after talking with Kels' mom, hang up. All right. School is doing some damage control at the moment, trying to settle things before the students are allowed out of their common rooms and before students are allowed to come back to the school. But as some time passes, people will be allowed out and students will be allowed back into the school once they open it back up. Only to students and teachers, of course. So, Aspen, after breakfast, sometime your parents will probably have you guys start getting ready to go back.
Aspenberry doesn't want to go back.
You will probably get a call from Professor Levi, who just wants to check on you guys and calls your house. And we'll talk to probably your mom while your dad and you are making breakfast.
Aspen will try to eavesdrop. Eavesdrop.
Give me a flight roll, difficulty 9.
Okay. Come on, little die. You can do this. You can't do this. That's a 3.
Your dad sees you awkwardly standing, listening to the conversation. He's like, Aspen, what are you doing?
It's my second favorite teacher. I heard his voice.
Oh.
I don't...
Who's your favorite teacher?
Well, it's kind of difficult. Technically, like, in terms of like, or I guess love. Like, whatever. He's my mentor, Mr. Ming, the magic zoology
Oh, yeah. Okay.
professor. But then there's also another one that I strive to impress is Mr. Hara, or Professor Hara, who is the overview of magic professor.
Okay. All right, so who's your second favorite teacher that's you hear?
That's Professor Levi. He does a supernatural studies class.
Oh, I didn't know you were in that class. I didn't know they offered that to first years.
It's not offered to first years.
Oh.
He's my friend's mentor. So.
Oh, okay.
He's like around us a lot type deal because a friend needs help a lot. So and our friend group trusts him more than other professors, so we usually go to him first than other professors.
Fair enough. Your dad wraps you up in conversation long enough that you don't hear anything on the phone while your mom is talking to Professor Levi. She'll hang up and... Okay, are we ready?
Can Aspen like cling on to the father's leg, like no, let me stay here.
You'll be back for the holidays.
Okay. I guess I can survive until then.
You better. If you get suspended before then, you're not going to like it here anymore.
You make a good point.
All right, let's go.
She'll pack extra familiar treats in her bag to like stock up from what has been given out. Making sure to get a lot of the treats that Xena likes.
Okay. Hells. You guys get to your grandparents' house. Ooh, wait.
Are you considering the number of veins you have again? Are you just considering the large number of veins you have?
Maybe.
Fascinating.
Oh, how mean am I? Let's do a roll. Damn it. Okay. All right, you get to your grandparents' house. Your dad calls ahead. They answer. They're fine. Excited to see you. You guys pull in. They're at the door waiting, excited for you to visit.
Head on over, give him a big hug. Do they know about magic?
No.
Okay. That's kind of what I thought.
Your dad will, close the car. Just like, why are you in your PJs?
I look at Dad to see if he had an excuse why we are all in pajamas.
Sometimes we do pajama McDonald's. Just a fun thing we do.
Yeah. It was pajama McDonald's day. Since I had a little break from school.
Yeah. We have to take her back today, though, so it's just a short visit. And they're like, well, we'll take it. We're always happy to see you, no matter how long or short. Like, well, you already ate breakfast, but you want anything else? We've got...
Why not second breakfast?
Of course. Let's see. Aspen going. Gustav's still there. Phineas, what are you guys doing?
Well, I think we would have wanted to stay together until they declared the all clear. And then I will say to Kelder and... Well, actually, we should... I know we were all very tired, but we should probably... I don't know. I'm going to keep my eyes on you, Calder, just in case. But are we receiving any instructions about what to do?
Nope, they started opening up the school again so kids can get breakfast.
Let's go have breakfast.
Sure.
I'm
Em
quite
is
hungry.
like lagging.
We'll get you some coffee.
Yeah.
I think we'll probably be allowed to sleep in, don't you think?
I would hope so.
Yes. I'm surprised this place isn't swarming with authorities.
There are authorities, but they're mainly on the outside right now.
Oh, and I forgot to say, Kel's home was attacked last night as well.
Oh, she okay?
Apparently. I mean, she's missing, but she's with her father, who could be a cultist, but he's a nymph, and it seems unlikely that he's a cultist. Just as long as they don't go to Grandma's house, they'll be fine. Nothing
Grandma,
good.
like your granny?
No, nothing good. Just in general, nothing good ever happens from going to Grandma's house.
Oh,
That's why they put it in all the stories.
gotcha. Oh,
You'll get
I don't
eaten
know.
by a wolf, or put in a
like
cage
Red
and fattened
Riding
up, or whatever. Anyway, well, we survived. Yay!
Hood. Yeah, this time.
And I feel much more secure in the school's ability to repel attacks now that they take it seriously.
I think they always took it seriously, didn't they?
Oh, not really. They didn't take Professor Stillwell particularly seriously.
Well, they didn't know he was bad, right? He was like already a teacher in the school
Well.
and had been for years.
Yes, well, that's part of the problem. I just say there weren't contingencies in place. I think that they've just been getting slightly better with every instance of horror and near death or actual death. It seems like they're increasing their vigilance, which makes me feel better. And we did the right thing, according to Professor Levi, in not rushing in and attempting to save everyone. We almost certainly would have either distracted them or died or both.
Who's to know?
Mm.
Did that school resource officer?
No, they're fine.
Oh, good.
It was someone else.
Oh.
But they didn't
Oh, was
die.
it the dude that was
Yes, zombified.
So that still happened.
Yes.
Just the snake part wasn't able to creep up on
Yes. So
that guy, I guess. Maybe
it made a
worked.
difference. See, sometimes intervening sensibly is a good thing.
Agreed. I'm just surprised it changed the snake part.
Don't know. So good. Everything's fine.
Yep.
We'll probably have a day off
Well.
classes, and then some teachers will probably give us twice the work. Back to the normal. And no hags. I wonder sometimes, maybe we should. So, memory manipulation. I mean, our direct experience of it was relatively negative because it was being used to keep us placid, but it could have more beneficial uses.
What do you mean?
Well, so let's just say someone were to be traumatized by some sort of event in their life, like being set on fire a couple of times. If you could snip away that memory, then they wouldn't have to deal with trauma.
Maybe. Would it completely like take it away from their subconscious?
Maybe not permanently. Depends on the strength of the spell.
Mm.
But it would take it away for at least a century or so.
Maybe it's like a defense mechanism. When you're traumatized, you suppress it, but it just magically suppresses it.
Oh no, I think it's more just through magical force and glamour altering someone's memory or taking it away.
Oh, gotcha.
Very much the way Granny did. But if we think about it, there could be some substantial uses for taking away bad memories. Something we should research. There's a theory that one of the reasons I was talking to Professor Victus, there's a theory he has that the challenge I find in doing some of the normal things that we do in class, but also being able to do some other things rather easily, is tied to like drawing from essence or something. So I'm just curious to see if there are other things that are easy for me. It certainly isn't transfiguring other things or charms in general.
I feel like memory alteration is inherently not great.
I don't know if it is. It's any other tool. Depends upon the intent and the outcome. If the outcome is to relieve suffering, why not?
It's a slippery slope.
Maybe I can become a therapist. I can't get over my childhood. Now you don't have one. See? It's all good.
I
Fixed.
feel like that's not a great way to do things.
Well, I'm oversimplifying, of course.
Right. Okay.
Or, oh, I was in the Forbidden Forest and I almost got eaten by a spider and now I'm deadly afraid of spiders. It's like, well, now you don't remember it and you can be friends with spiders all day long.
I imagine that has to be a hard one to practice.
Yes. Who knows? I could have been practicing it the entire time.
Oh, good.
But probably not. Unless I did it on myself and forgot. Which is possible.
Yeah, maybe your memory problems are all a failed spell if you've already tried this before.
Yes,
It
it's
backfired.
possible. Who knows? I mean, stranger things have happened. Like, literally today.
Yeah.
Well, I promise I won't remove any of your memories unless you want me to.
Thank you.
And I keep my promises. Except when sometimes things happen and I'm not able to. But in general, I'm very honest.
Good. Aspen, you get back to school.
Are Ophelia, Olivia, and or Emmy in eyesight?
Let's see. Yes, they're having breakfast.
Aspen will try to avoid them at all costs.
Okay. What are you doing? Where are you going?
Probably to her room to unpack and organize all the familiar treats.
Okay. Mish. There is a knock at the door.
Uh-huh.
Which your dad gets up, immediately. Is like, I'll get it.
Yeah.
And your grandparents are like, no, you are in your pajamas. We'll get it. And he's like, no. I will get it.
I will try to distract my grandparents with talk about school, except that's a little weird, but we're going for it.
Great.
Oh, we learned this cool thing in math class. While also trying to make sure I'm not... You know how when a doorbell rings and you're home alone and you're trying to make sure you're not seen by anyone at the door? It's that.
Cool. You hear a gunshot.
Uh-oh.
And that's where we'll end it. Yay!
Oh no! How dare you?
They were after Kells all along.
Rip to my grandparents. I hardly knew them.
That's fine. No, it was one of those door-to-door MLM people, and your dad was right to shoot them. Can I interest you in, what's the one, the vitamins one? Nutra something? And he's just
Spency.
In the leg.
It's illegal. I am SJ, or SJ_sidekick. This was Kids on Brooms. Everyone in our group survived so far. So, yay. This is probably going to be the last game for a while for this series, as I am going overseas for 10-ish months, give or take. If my flight ever happens, it just got pushed back during the session again, so... Originally, I was supposed to leave literally right after this, but it just got changed. Cool. Misha.
All right, I am Misha, or Misha_less_3 here on Twitch, or at Mishawea on Tumblr. And I think I have scheduled exactly one Cowboys and Cthulhu games for August 15th. So we'll see how the rest of that will happen. But I'm sure there's some other games in the works, and I think there's a few that you can probably throw in a little sooner. Other than that, you'll probably see me over at the Juices TV program. Yeah. I'm sure I'll remember the immediate peril that Kells and her family is in. Go ahead, Aspen.
And while Kells and her family are dealing with that immediate peril, Aspen is at school dealing with another immediate peril of knowing that she knocked out Ophelia and the fact that they're there. And it's like, well, I don't know if I can interact with you again, but also I need to, but then also I feel guilty, but then also it's, teenage thoughts are like, I should do this, but also no, I'm going to avoid it because that's probably better than facing your problems. Anyways, I'm Sin, or sinful__potato on Twitch, Instagram, what was Twitter, YouTube, what also was ArtFight. All these sites are going down. It's so sad. Anyways, I stream at some points in time, probably not till September, because August is a fun month with a lot of fun stuff in real life stuff. But also I'm sinful__potato on Discord. And we have a Discord, the C+ content Discord, which you should definitely join. if you love all these games, if you love watching these games, if you want to play one of these games, you should definitely join the Discord, because there is a C Plus Next channel, and in there, pinned, there's a document which you, yes, you, can join one of these amazing games listed in that document. And then you can be here in this spot playing one of these games, being baned, being boomed, being bamboozled, all that fun stuff. Twi.
Hello, I'm Twi'lek, and I have been playing Gustav. This session, you saw me fend off a dad. Next session, you will see me fend off an Ophelia once she finds out that she was knocked out by the person I'm friends with. 0.
I'm sure it'll be fine. Yep, I'm 00 Daylight. Cool. And other stuff. Everyone's done all my jobs, so all the stuff that's coming up has been mentioned, and the lovely Discord with the C Plus Tech channel has been mentioned as well. So yes, go check all that out. And we will say adieu to our friends on the YouTube, and then come back here and talk a little bit more, and then go right out. So goodbye, friends on YouTube.